Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for another one. Real quick, before we begin, make sure you click the like and the subscribe button and click that notification bell so that way you'll be notified any and every time I post another video. But let's get right into it. A recent article from CNBC says a Squid Game crypto-like token costs one investor his life savings of $28,000 after a coin plunged to near zero. You know, I don't understand. I really don't understand why people are still thinking that these quote unquote pump and dumps, quote unquote get rich fast tokens are actually going to work. I get that, first let's back up for a minute. For most people that don't know what Squid Game is, or people that don't have Netflix, which I can understand if somebody doesn't have Netflix, but Squid Game is a Netflix series that puts, I guess you want to call it, people that are less fortunate, have run-ins with the law, and people pretty much that are in debt get invited to these games. They volunteer if they want to play or not. And I want to say there's a large amount of money that people get in the end. Of course it's gory, but what they don't know is that they are competing against one another and the losers actually, die. It's gory. I highly encourage people to watch it. It's just one of those things, so I won't do I won't tell a spoiler because it's a masterpiece, but it's ironic that the Squid Game token would actually be created on the Binance Smart Chain. And then people who are actually wanting to get rich quick, without having to do like the bloody and the gory type of things or actually get into it, but actually losing their life's savings. And I feel bad for this person, but it's just that, what do I always tell people? About 85% of these tokens won't be around much longer once crypto regulations come out. And of course, I'm going to say it again until I'm blue in the face. Liquidity, utility, and mass adoption. Utility, liquidity, and mass adoption. That's all I keep preaching, but I'm just going to keep going on with the article. The article then talks about, it says here, when the investor heard about the token, named after the popular South Korean Netflix series Squid Game, which chronicles the lives of cash-strapped adults, which we talked about. It says, after catching the headlines, it says, many people were warned of some red flags around the project, but he still decided to invest his entire life savings. There we go again, just like the dude who invested $470,000, where he bought first and try to educate himself later. No, you have to educate yourself first and then buy later, because it's highly imperative, because you have this money laying around that you feel like that you want to invest in. Like, you really could have did that, you really could have invested that in something else. You could have, but now you have nothing. You have you have $0. I kind of feel bad for this person, but then I don't, because it's like, you spent your life saving up for $28,000, but then you go and you buy it on a different type of scam coin that Binance is actually looking into, because it's actually on their Binance Smart Chain. But anytime, and that's what people don't understand, just because there's a token on a popular blockchain, that does not necessarily mean that that particular blockchain actually endorses that particular token, because the blockchain is a form of an open source code that anybody can use, to put their products out. There's no blacklist or there's no whitelist of tokens. It's just you as an investor and me as an investor and anyone else out there that's looking into crypto, and any new person have to actually do their due diligence and research on those particular tokens that they want to invest in. But this one, excuse me, this one is just clearly a scam. It looked like a scam, it smelled like a scam, and it was a scam. Even though the Netflix series is not a scam, it's just ironic that how people that the game talks about people wanting to make money, and some actually end up losing their life. But then you have people in real life that actually sees the name Squid Game and then the cryptocurrency and puts all of their life savings in, and ends up actually losing their life savings, not their life, but their life savings. And this is just horrible. This is just completely horrible. It then goes off by saying he lost his life savings of 28,000 into a Squid coin that built itself as a play to earn cryptocurrency. And it says on Monday the token hit a high of just over $2,860 before plummeting to nearly zero. So you're telling me you spent $2,860 per token when you could have actually spent that $28,000 towards another digital asset. It could have been, i.e., Cardano's native asset ADA that gives you passive income by actually you owning the actual token, and then you actually delegating your asset to a staking platform that allows you to make 4 to 5% back passive income back just for validating the blockchain. Or you could have did ETH 2.0 that actually is part of proof of stake also. Or you could have did Solana that actually takes part of proof of stake. Like, there's so many other tokens out there that you could have made money off of by just actually owning that particular native asset. It's just ridiculous to me that would actually happen. Okay, excuse me. It says here, the investor says my rush to buy this token is for a single idea that went into my brain that Squid Game is very, very popular now, and it is token must be popular now, said the investor, who lives in Shanghai and asked to be identified only by his English first name. Yeah, of course you want to be identified as your English first name, because it's just, I get people want to buy into these tokens, because they think, this could be the next Bitcoin, or this could be the next XRP, or this could be the next whatever token, you feel. But it's not. There can only be one Bitcoin. There can only be 21 million Bitcoin. There can only be 45 billion XRP. There can only be 45 billion Cardano. I'm sorry, 50 billion XRP. I'm sorry if I have my numbers off, but there can only be one particular brand name of that digital asset. There's only one. And it's just that the fact that he believed that the craze was going so much that he wanted to take part in this and actually end up losing his money. Now, I want to say the Squid, and I hate saying this, like, I'm not going to look up the token, but I do know that since this article came out, that the actual token itself actually went back up. But I don't know how much. I mean, me personally, I do believe that this is a pump it up coin. I believe that this is, the people who actually created it actually are going to cash out, which I believe they already did. And I don't think this coin is going to last too much longer. It's just not. People know what you're investing in, know what's going to be around. And, me and other people being, content creators, about actually giving you knowledge about what cryptocurrency is doing now, what cryptocurrency is going to do in the future, and what it's going to do to the world. It's just important that you use these tools that we give you and actually utilize them in the way that you know that they work. We can't tell you what to invest in. I can't tell you what's good and what's not. I can only give you my opinion on a specific cryptocurrency. But yeah, that's it for that article. I'm sorry that person lost 28,000, but I mean, just because something is a fad doesn't mean necessarily that that's something that you need to be doing. It's going to continue. Like, if it hasn't gone to zero, it's going to go to zero. But that's it for that article. In a brightly new article, EA is looking at NFTs play to earn cryptocurrency game. This is another play to earn cryptocurrency game. But here's the thing. This one isn't a scam. And I'm saying that this one isn't a scam only simply because we know EA, of course they make They used to help make the NBA Live for basketball. I'm a gamer at heart, so I know what those are. They make NBA Live, they make Madden, all those other type of games, FIFA. So I can definitely see this going on for them in NFT platform. This is great for them. It says here, let's see. It says here, the play-to-play model rewards players with cryptocurrencies and works with blockchain technology in some form. And then it says the NFTs, on the other hand, are digital certificates for intellectual property, which could be utilized for many aspects of the game. I could actually see this happening, because, when I'm playing Madden on the PS5, if you want to add me, you can. And, I'm constantly earning trophies. So I can actually see this happening. So like I wonder if they're gonna put this in, for sports and for other games. So if you get to this certain rank level, let's just say for Madden example, if you get to a certain rank level, will they give you a 1-on-1 NFT that could be possibly worth some money, down the road? That could be a good idea. So EA, if you're watching it, if there's a rare trophy out there and you want to turn it into an NFT, please, please, please give me credit. Please, please, please. But I'm happy for them. This can definitely change the game. I wonder what blockchain that they're going to be using. I wonder if they're going to be using the they're probably going to be using the Ethereum blockchain because since they have the first movers advantage on it. But then again, I could be wrong. They could be using the Cardano blockchain. They could be using the Solana blockchain, or they could be using the XRPL. So all of those are capable of NFTs and actually play to earn cryptocurrencies. So yeah. So I can see this happening. I can definitely see that happening. But now we're gonna go to the recent cryptocurrency that's actually doing something. And the market is down the last time I checked, but I'm gonna check here in a few minutes. But the market has actually been down. But this cryptocurrency, Solana, has been pumping. For those that don't know, that this particular token is actually a proof of stake cryptocurrency that allows people to actually also make passive income, which is what I also believe that person who spent $28,000 in the past article, he actually, if I was his friend or somebody or his financial advisor, I would have told him, hey, if you're going to spend $28,000 on the crypto, maybe do Solana. It's cheaper than that 2,000 plus token that you just bought, and you can still earn passive income on it as well. Just a thought. But like you said, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was his advisor, that's what I would have said. But moving on. It says here that the Solana Ventures Solana Ventures, Lightspeed Venture Partners, and FTX launched a $100 million gaming fund. This is actually pretty interesting because it says the intersection between blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and gaming is creating a new reality for gamers. So there's been a lot of information about different blockchains and lost my train of thought. So there's been a lot of articles about different blockchains and gaming, which I do feel like that this is actually going to be the next big thing because you have Web 2.0 and then Web 3.0 coming together, and it's actually going to be interesting. And it says that the article then talks about some of blockchain's biggest venture firms have spearheaded a new investment fund dedicated to Web3 gaming, also known as GameFi, potentially opening the door to a highly lucrative industry that sees cryptocurrency and blockchain merging in the traditional gaming sector. Crypto's moving, and for those that just still don't believe it, the proof is on the wall, or the proof is in the pudding. There's some expressions about that. I don't know what that is. I just hear people, saying it a lot. but the proof is written. It's already set in stone. Blockchain is here to stay. DeFi is here to stay. NFTs are here to stay. Play to earn cryptocurrency is here to stay. Like, it's here. And the sooner that you as an individual or the people that don't believe in cryptocurrency that thinks it's just magic money, the sooner that they understand that the US dollar is backed by nothing, because back then when one of the presidents by the name of Richard Nixon was here, was president, he actually took us off the gold standard. And since then, the US dollar has been backed by nothing. So if people want to argue about crypto being backed by nothing, well, it's actually not. Crypto's backed by a lot of things. It's just you have to just open your eyes, do your research, and just understand the actual fundamentals of the actual reason that cryptocurrency was actually created and how it can actually impact the world, because it's coming. Like we're moving towards a digital world, and it's happening really fast. So just be prepared, because it's coming. It also says here that that on Friday, Solana Ventures, Lightspeed Venture Partners, and Derivatives Exchange, FTX, announced the launch of a $100 million GameFi ecosystem fund. The funds will be used to invest in gaming studios, technology companies, and other projects at the intersection of blockchain and gaming, the company said. Yeah, so this is great. First, we got word about EA getting into the world of blockchain technologies and the ecosystems. And then we have Solana getting a $100 million fund for GameFi. It says here, there's a quote here that says, "If it becomes even a fraction as meaningful as our online, offline lives, it's incredible value." Hence, with Web 2 companies like Meta and native Web 3 companies alike are trying to build this. People spend hours a day in games like Fortnite and Roblox. So I believe that the metaverse would be born out of social game. Yes, I truly believe that, because, me, myself, I'm a gamer. This channel used to be a gaming channel, but then I changed it into a crypto-based channel because I love gaming and I love crypto. But I love crypto more than I love gaming. But now that the two are coming together, I'm gonna be in heaven. Let me tell you, it's just the way things are working right now. I believe that we're actually gonna be going into this direction maybe by next year. I don't think it's gonna be 2 or 3 years down the road, but I believe it's actually going to be next year. But Solana is doing great with this. I'm happy for them. There's a lot of gaming information out here, and I'm for it. I'm happy that this is happening. This is great. But Solana's doing great. I still think that, me personally, that the person who spent $28,000 should have went to an advisor or something and asked what he could do with that. But moving on to the most biggest news that has happened again. And we just keep talking about this. Like, I talked about this yesterday, and I guess we're going to talk about this today. But breaking, another Cointelegraph article says the House passes $1 trillion infrastructure bill with crypto tax for Biden's approval. Well, that's it. That's it. I mean, there's nothing more to say. No, but actually, so yesterday, there was an infrastructure bill that actually had 8 dangerous words in there for people who buy, sell, transact. Pretty much anyone who dealt with cryptocurrency and who wants to deal with cryptocurrency had to think about this 8-word dangerous bill that actually had crypto in it. And it says here, and it got passed, but here's the thing. It's not the end of the world that this bill got passed, because I believe it still needs to go to the House, I want to say. No, not the House, but it still needs to, it needs to go somewhere else before it actually gets fully passed. But here it says here that the United States House of Representatives passed the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill which if signed into law by President Joe Biden, okay, so all he has to do is sign it, would enforce new provisions in relation to crypto tax reporting for all citizens. Here's the thing. Okay, it passed. Okay, fine, whatever. But for people who don't pay their taxes, this mainly goes to the DeFi projects, and it actually affects Solana, and it could affect Cardano, it could affect Ethereum, pretty much any blockchain that deals with DeFi platforms, because the DeFi platforms are the most difficult platforms to obtain transactions from, because those transactions constantly happen between people without the middleman. That's what DeFi is. It's pretty much a set of financial code and tools used and actually created on the blockchain that allows people to transact financially back and forth without a bank. So, with that happening, people who do DeFi, are going to have issues, mainly more issues than the people who actually just do regular transactions with crypto. But now, it's pretty much damn near impossible to actually do every single transaction for DeFi. It's just because it's decentralized. There's not a middleman that actually tells you what your transactions are. So you actually have to manually write those transactions down. Do I like it? No. Is this a step in a direction for crypto to be regulated? Yes. Do I think that they could have did this a better way than actually sneaking this into a bill that has that's already 2,700 pages? There could have been a different way. Like, there could have been a single bill that informed what the laws could have been about crypto, but they didn't do it that way. They just snuck it in. I can guarantee you that it probably wasn't read, because there's already another law that's about to be passed about how to regulate stablecoins. There's already that law. That actually could have been in that bill. There actually could have been a separate crypto bill, because the government's actually relying on people to pay their taxes on crypto, because crypto is a new asset class that's generating a lot of money right now. But that's just my thoughts on it. Is it the end of the world? No. Is it bad? Yes. Because it's now considered a criminal offense if people don't report their transactions and let them know that they hold crypto, and if they don't report their DeFi transactions. Crypto reportings are okay to actually find. It's not impossible. It's definitely easier than finding DeFi transactions for tax purposes. So if you're in the DeFi space, I'm sorry that this happened. It's not the end of the world, but just please try your best to try to do this, because if it's not reported, it's a criminal offense. This also goes by saying that the infrastructure bill was first proposed by Biden administration, and we know that. It says let me see. Now it says the bill mandated reporting requirements for the crypto community, requiring all digital assets transactions worth more than $10,000 to be reported to the IRS. That's normal. That's simple. It's just clear cut. When it comes time for taxes, I can't say where to do your taxes from, but I can say, just please, the IRS knows what you're doing. They know what I'm doing. Crypto is the next hottest thing out there. And I can guarantee you, if you have crypto, they know who you are. If you sold it, they know who you are. It's easy to track down crypto. Like, once you understand the blockchain logistics of the to and from addresses, that's it. Crypto is simple. I might go over it in like a video somewhere down the road, maybe a few months, but it's really simple of actually how to figure out where crypto's coming from, who got it, and who it's tied to. It's really simple. But the quote goes on by saying, the legislation imposed a badly flawed and in some cases unworkable cryptocurrency tax reporting mandate that threatens future technology innovation. That's the good old U.S. stifling innovation. But yeah, that's the biggest news of today. The infrastructure bill was passed that actually included the 8 words that is dangerous to everybody in the crypto world. Yeah, this is the same tweet from yesterday. It passed. Just be really careful. Here's another tweet saying, yeah, it's bad for all users of digital assets, but it's especially bad for the DeFi platforms. The statute would not ban DeFi outright. Instead, it imposes reporting requirements that, given the way DeFi works, because it's decentralized finance, it would make it impossible to comply. So again, that goes back with saying we're not going to stifle innovation, but we're going to make it so hard for you to do DeFi that we're going to just stifle innovation. I know, right? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to our government. So whatever. But real quick, before I get off here, I am going to go over the prices. The market was a little down last time I checked, but now we have, Bitcoin dropped. We're at 60,358. We got Ethereum at 4,373. We got Binance Coin at $606. Solana at $242. Look at that. It flipped Cardano. That's another DeFi platform that I was actually telling you about just recently that does proof of stake. And actually Cardano actually does proof of stake also. They're actually getting into the gaming and NFT just like Solana is. So, there's competition there, but, they're both great, solid platforms, blockchains. But we have Cardano at $1.97, XRP at $1.13, Polkadot at $49.63. We also have, USDC coin. We got Dogecoin at 25 cents. I'm at the number 10 spot. We got Shiba Inu at the number 11th spot. It's up 9%. Still not at a penny yet, but it's going to get there with the utility, mass adoption, and liquidity. Excuse me. Let's see. But yeah, the crypto space looked like it's down for a little bit. And we have the overall market cap of $2.69 trillion. So like I always say, we're down. Just yesterday was 2.7, but it'll get back, there Monday. Usually on the weekends, it's a little gloomy and a little dead. But once we get to 3 trillion, like I've been saying, all hell is gonna break loose. But that'll do it for me, everybody. I highly suggest that you watch my recent video that I just did yesterday. It should be popping up there. It's right there. Make sure you click it. I highly suggest that you watch it. It's pretty neat. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure you click that notification bell. As always, stay focused, stay locked in. Peace.